What scientific facts have recently been disproven that most people still believe to be true? 1. When I was little, I'm old, we couldn't have night lights because they had proven that if a kid has a night light he's more likely to grow up needing glasses. It turns out that this is actually true, but not because the night light is doing anything bad to you. If you need glasses, then things are out of focus without your glasses on, of course, but things are even more out of focus in the dark. So parents with glasses tended to get night lights in their kids' room so they could check on their kids at night without being blind. Some of these kids inherited their parents' bad eyesight, and also ended up needing glasses. So there ended up being an association of night lights and needing glasses. I think it was some German statistician who figured this out. 2. Komodo dragons actually do have venom glands. It's not just dirty mouths. 3. That map of the tongue that shows which regions taste salty, bitter, sweet, etc.? Bullshit. It's absolutely bullshit. All parts of the tongue can taste all flavors, the taste buds are the same. 5. I've never heard this in the US, but I have friends in the East that told me that a lot of people refuse to use microwaves because they think they'll get radiation poisoning from eating food that was cooked by it. 6. It's not super recent but Neanderthals were not these hunched over, near decrepit idiots that they're often portrayed as. The first Neanderthal skeleton to be examined had rickets, and the guy who did the examination totally botched it. They stood just like us, only a bit shorter. And they were pretty smart too. They used tools and fire and actually have a larger cranial capacity than us, which could mean they had larger brains, though a larger brain doesn't necessarily mean being smarter. 7. Not recent, but it is in fact entirely possible for two blue-eyed people to have a brown-eyed child. Genetics for iris color is way more complicated than what is shown but Punnett squares. 8. That dinosaurs had peanut-sized brains and were stupid as Fouquet. This was genuinely taught in schools in the 70s/80s in my part of the world. 9. That cracking your knuckles causes arthritis. There's no solid evidence for that. 10. Überholtschule. This is a nice German website where you can enter the year you left school and see what changed since. Not totally the point of your thread, nice though still. 11. Too many people believe that we only use 10% of our brains. If that were true we wouldn't have such large brains. It would be an evolutionary disadvantage to lug around a huge brain that consumes a ton of energy if we only use 10% of it. It's absolute bullshit. 12. Worth noting, this is just the scientific method. Theories get modified, refined, and sometimes overturned. Science of the future will debunk a lot of what we think now as well.